Feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get us.
This is caught inside the 15. Yeah, this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 56 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. But it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever turn it up.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it, do some different things.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Body Calhoun.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
On 2nd and 12, Watson, and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Set, 19. Come on now.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Watson just beating the play clock. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Miller. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Set, 19. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now Watson going to sneak it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Set, 19. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Texans 27, Jaguars 14.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. They go play action now. Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, it's complete to Chris Conley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. James O'Shaughnessy, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Watson now, throwing again. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Going up top. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw right side of the tight end is Shaughnessy. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson now. Over the middle, complete. That's Cannon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Switch. Shift. Hayward. Mike's 50, Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good match.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Jaguars. Trenton Cannon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Texans have retaken the lead. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2.
Here I come. Alert. Rush in. Rush in.
Here's Watson, and this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Jaguars take over.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to rifle one deep left side and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, squeeze. Right here. We got to step it up. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
To throw again, Jackson. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Here we go. Here we go. Turn the ending. Yeah. Kill.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Chris Conley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for two and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the one and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give them a gain of 38. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Shift.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And Watson's going to throw it here. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. All day, dog. 49.
Now Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And
he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. J.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jackson to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
But it leads to 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Texans, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation, and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They check second to 10. Hey.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a